Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a guest on the line right now. We're going to be talking about the Sioux Falls Snow Jam Comedy Festival. Very, very funny guy that's joining us right now. We have Spencer Dobson. How you doing, sir?
Excellent, John. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
Very good. Now, folks, if you've not heard of Spencer Dobson, you got to check out this guy's videos because they're very, very funny. I clicked on and watched. You said, what was it, Laugh Your Asheville Off? Is that what the thing was called?
Yes, it was. Yes, that was in 2015 in Asheville, North Carolina.
I like that. And you're standing in front of a whole bunch of kegs, which got my attention right away.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but the microphone itself is actually a keg tap.
Is it really? I didn't even notice that. I'm gonna have to...
Yeah, they built it into the mic.
That is really cool. Now, we've got a really fun event coming up in Sioux Falls, and it's the first time we've ever had a comedy festival here, so a big thank you to Dan Bublitz for putting this together. But February 16th, 17th, and 18th, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it's the Snow Jam Comedy Festival, and we're excited to have people come to town, and you're one of the comedians that will be there. How long have you been doing comedy like this?
Oh, gosh. Well, it's kind of a long story. I started in the 90s. I moved to Los Angeles in the 2000s. And then, as you can see in my bio, I returned to the Midwest to look after my family. They got old and needed help opening jars and stuff like that.
I like that.
And so I had to take care of them. And then I started back out from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Originally, I started back in about 2010.
When you were just talking about opening jars, it reminded me of the video that I watched on your website where you're talking about your grandma saying that, you know, when you leave, she always makes you feel guilty, saying, I'm going to die while you're gone.
So, yeah. No, that actually happened. I was going on the road, and I called my grandma, and I swear to God, I go, look, Grandma, I'm going to be gone for about a week. You'll be fine. I love you. And this is after she was in an assisted living now, and there's nurses, and there's other old people to talk to, and there's dudes that come in and play accordion. And I go, Grandma, I love you. I'm going to be gone for about a week. And she goes, and I'm like, geez, it's a nice place. I didn't leave her in a basement with a six-pack of Shasta and some Slim Jims, for God's sake. John, at 93, you'll die if the croutons are too sharp, okay? So get off my back, right?
It's funny because I can visualize that happening. So is your grandma still with us now, or is she not with us anymore?
Well, she was 93 when that was recorded, and then she died shortly thereafter. Not super fun, but at the same point, 93, that's a pretty good run.
That is.
You know what I mean?
It didn't happen while you were gone on that trip, did it?
It did not.
Okay.
And she was feisty right up until, she had a good run. The last week was a little rough. The last maybe 2-3 weeks was a little rough, but she had a great life, and she loved to laugh.
That is very cool. On the phone right now with Spencer Dobson, stand-up comic.
And by the way, if you would like to visualize that, I make cartoons of my act. And if you go to SpencerDobsonComedy.com and click on cartoons, you can see the actual. I made a cartoon of what happened.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm going to have to check that out now, too.
It's just something to watch while you poop. They're like 5 minutes apiece.
Well, again, Spencer Dobson, one of the comedians that you're going to be seeing this week in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's the Snow Jam Comedy Festival. Spencer, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us, and thank you very much for coming and being a part of this.
I will be at the Fernson Brewery shows on the 18th.
Nice.
I'm on both the 7th, the 7 o'clock and the 9 o'clock show at Fernson, so come check me out and go to my website and like all my stuff and buy my albums.
There you go, SpencerDobsonComedy.com. And then we're going to have a link to the Snow Jam Comedy Festival info as well on our Facebook page, Facebook.com/SunnyRadio. Thanks for listening.